how's it going, everybody? My name is Magnum Martell, and welcome back to another beautiful episode of Magnums Rants, where I'm going to sit here and talk about something that I want to talk about because I can, and those of you who watch me are probably going to watch because you care what I have to say, or you're going to watch because you don't care what I have to say, or maybe you're just a random bystander who got curious and decided to click on this video. Either way, today we're going to be talking about something that happened, I want to say back at the beginning of this month. I can't quite remember exactly when. Might have been like end of December, early January. It was something from that time, that kind of time frame. And it's gonna be about this this gender neutral deck of cards. All right, look, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm gonna be upfront, 100% right here. I don't agree with non-binary as a way of thinking. You know, like I understand there are non-binaries in the world, but like what I'm saying is like in terms of gender, I don't believe non-binaryism exists. Scientifically, physically, personally, I just don't agree with it. That's all there is to it. Now, I'm very respectful of the trans community. I have a couple of trans friends. And, you know, I'm the type of person that if you look like a full-grown man and you want me to identify you as a woman, I will, just out of respect for you, unless you're an asshole and you give me a good goddamn reason not to. But if you're going to look like a full-grown adult man with a big bushy beard like fucking Santa Claus, and you're going to sit there and tell me that you are non-binary or gender fluid, I'm not going to respect that. I'm still going to call you a he, I'm still going to call you a man, and I'm most likely just going to call you by your name, assuming I know it. You know it. Assuming I know it. Like, give you an example here. There's this person I work with. His name's Teddy. Teddy's a really nice guy. He really is. Nice, one of the nicest people I've ever met. And you can tell that Teddy started his life as a woman. And I've come to understand it, the way I've come to understand it anyway, is that Teddy is in the middle of his gender transition. He's saving up the money to pay for the surgeries that he requires. He dresses like a man. He's starting to look like a man. He just cut his hair after he had long hair when I first met him. Teddy's a nice guy. I will call Teddy a he because I know that he prefers to be called he, even though he looks like and still is a woman. When I first met Teddy, I just called him by his name because I wasn't quite sure. And I wanted to be respectful, mostly because it's in the workplace. Now, on a personal level, outside of work, I would just call him she all the fucking time if I was speaking with him. But now that I know and Teddy is clarified, and Teddy's a nice dude, I'll call him he, because that's what he wants to do. Although most of the time I just refer to him as Teddy. But like the it's ma'am guy at GameStop, I'm going to call you sir. That is a sir. Absolutely. But okay, today's article comes from the Daily Mail. Not that I really like this website. I'm using Archive because I'm not giving those motherfuckers a goddamn click. You have no idea how long it took me to find the fucking article on there, because if you don't know what to search for because you don't use Archive a lot, you're going to be like, how the fuck do I find it? Gender-neutral playing cards replace King, Queen, and Jack with gold, silver, and bronze. So, is it an ace idea? Is the question here. Indy Method is a general pack of cards. The forensic psychology graduate. Forensic psychology, that's a thing? Huh. Graduate wants to challenge gender inequality. Oh god, here we fucking go. Are you sure that they're a psychology graduate and not a gender studies graduate? She has already shipped 1,500 packs as far as Belgium, France, and America. The way we play card games could be set to change forever. Somehow I doubt it. Okay, first off, you're never gonna get rid of the King, Queen, and Jack. It's just not gonna fucking happen. I don't care who the fuck you think you are. Playing cards have been that way since the beginning for a fucking reason. You're never gonna fully get rid of it. And you know, even if you try to discontinue it completely, old decks still exist. I have an old deck that my grandfather used to play poker with back in the fucking, what was it? It was like, I want to say like 42 or something. He fought in World War II, so he's an old man. He's not with us anymore. But my point is, my great-grandfather left me that deck of cards. It's an old deck. I have it locked away, safe and sound. And so we have a photo of her here, and you can just tell by her face that she hates men. You can really tell. And then we have a photo here of the cards with the gold, silver, and bronze. But basically, the article just talks about and congratulates her for trying to be forward-thinking and progressive and blah, 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 social justice opinion on this matter. As this is an episode of Magnums Rants, and ranting is what I do. want to say that I don't hate the idea, I hate the reason. I think it's fucking stupid that these people think they need to challenge gender inequality, or that they think by making a fucking deck of cards with a different picture is going to be anything. Okay? Now, card companies have in the past, they do special prints. You know, like a rare limited edition, or like they only sell it for so long, or they make it just because, hey, you never know, it might make some money with collectors. Kind of prints. You know, like there was Star Wars themed playing cards, and there was Indiana Jones themed playing cards, kind of like Monopoly. That way. You know, they make those special prints all the time. Actually, I think there was I have a deck of playing cards in my desk here that is themed to Fallout New Vegas because it came with the collector's edition. They make these kinds of things, special prints, for whatever reason, whether they were asked by a company or they were paid to, or they did it because they wanted to do like a collector's edition type thing. It exists. Companies do. The companies that make playing cards, they do this. They really do. And people make custom prints like that all the time. If this was one of those custom prints, like, hey, we just got rid of King, Queen, and Jack and replaced it with silver, gold, and bronze because we thought it was neat, and it would be a collector's special set kind of thing, I would have no problem. I could see it. I could be cool with that. Hell, I might even buy myself a set just because it's like, you know, I like it. And if you look at the picture here, I actually like what she went for. I'll give her credit for, you know, using the right imagery. I'm not going to argue with that at all. If it was just she pitched it as a special print and they took it because they were like, yeah, this is cool, I can get behind this. Absolutely. Sure. No fucking problem. The only reason I wouldn't do it is her reason is that she thinks that the world needs to be fucking non-binary and challenge gender inequality. Look, gender inequality has existed throughout human history, and it will forever exist. It fucking sucks, and we should all try to do a little better over time to make things a little more equal for everybody. But ultimately, you'll never truly make things equal, because someone's always going to bitch and cry and think that they're being oppressed or that they're not being treated fairly as soon as somebody else gets something that they want. You know, let's say you have a little village of people, and the king comes in, and he says, all right, you get work, you do work, and you get food. Let's say one person does the same amount of work as somebody else, but they made good friends with the king, and he gave them extra food. Now this person's going to complain that that guy got extra food for doing the same amount of work. And the king's just going to go, well, fuck you. He's my friend. I gave him extra food. What are you going to do about it? I'm the goddamn king. That's how the world works. Life's not fair. Life's a bitch and then you die. Sorry. Not sorry at all, actually. That's just the objective reality. Life's not fair. We should try, over time, to make it a little more fair, you know? You know, maybe that poor homeless guy could eat for a day. You know, maybe you slip that guy a 10 so he can eat. Maybe you invite him to Christmas dinner. Maybe you give that veteran his pension that he's deserved when he lost his leg in Vietnam, instead of just telling him to go fuck himself. You know, maybe you show respect to somebody who puts their ass on the line for somebody else. That kind of thing. I'm just saying that deeds and actions are the kind of thing we should prioritize. It sucks that life is that way and that people aren't always going to be equal. But that's just the way the world works. All men are not created equal. However, we are all created the same. We're all the same inside and out for the most part, with the exception of rare one-off cases. We might look different. Your heart might be in the wrong place, or it might be in the right place for all I know. Maybe you only got one lung. Maybe you only got one eye. Maybe your skin is so pale that you can't even go out into the sunlight without turning into Sebastian the Crab. I have that problem. I burn like a fucking lobster when I go outside. It's because my mom's Irish. Things we can do to make the world more fair, you know? Equal job opportunity to everyone. Qualification over gender. That kind of thing. If you're qualified for the job, you can probably fucking get it. You know, maybe make it so that schooling stops prioritizing certain people. Maybe make it so that everybody gets free tacos on Tuesday. I can get behind that. Free tacos every Tuesday for everybody. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter what color you are. Doesn't matter what genitals you have. Free tacos for everybody. Human, free taco. Alien, free taco. Smurf, free fucking taco. You take that taco. Whatever you want. It's fucking stupid that these people, they keep rising up out of fucking nowhere. These nobodies that don't even barely exist on the fucking map. They just crop up out of fucking nowhere like the earth just shit them out on a fucking Tuesday afternoon. And what happens? Well, I'll tell you what happens. They decide, oh, the world isn't quite the way I want, and these people preach ideals to me that I've been tricked into believing. So I'm going to make a non-binary deck of fucking cards and say that we should get rid of King, Queen, Jack because of sexism. Or gender problem. Or it's not gender inclusive. No, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Special print, fine, but gender inclusivity? Look, there's nothing wrong with the fucking current set. Okay? How about we just get rid of all of them? How about we get rid of the ace? How about we get rid of the 10 because it makes the 8 feel bad that it's not a 10? Huh? How about that? Replace it with a, I don't know, a letter. You know? Get rid of fucking 2 through 10 and give it A through fucking... How many is there? There's 52 cards in the deck and there's 26 letters. That's not going to work. I just had to check my math. Either way, my point remains, motherfucker, that you don't need non-binary playing cards, and this does nothing for anyone. If it was a cool collector's print, fine. But that's about it. That's all I gotta say about it. I'm done. I'm fucking ranting and raving, and I'm repeating myself because I have nothing else to say. Fuck your non-binary bullshit. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Dislike if you didn't. I don't rightly fucking care what you do. Engagement's engagement. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about the non-binary deck of cards and the stupidity of the human race. And I will see you in the next beautiful episode of Magnum screaming into the camera.